Okay, welcome back to ESA Summer 21. We're raising money for Save the Children, and you can find links to donate below the stream. We'd also like to thank Twitch and ViewSonic for sponsoring this event. But now it's time for Hippie running Superliminal. Take it away.
Hello, I'm hippienator, and I'm going to showcase Superliminal all collectibles. I'm going to give a short talk about the game before we start, because we're going to go directly into a trick. So the game is a 3D puzzler based around perspective. So when you pick up an object, it'll look like it has the same size, but if you point it really far away, like against a wall, when you place it, it will be next to the wall, so it will actually have grown in size. So a lot of the game is built about resizing objects. And we are going to see some other perspective things, but that should be it. So we start off by showing that nothing has been collected when this bar is blank. And time will start when I walk through this door. So we'll start in 3, 2, 1, go. So immediately coming up, we are going to grab a chess piece and rotate it, so we're looking at the bottom of the chess piece. And we're going to jump in this cardboard box and resize it above us, so it fills up the entirety between us and the ceiling. And then we're going to jump into it, which will hopefully launch us. There we go, hopefully. I am going to donate $5 for every failed launch and every collectible I forget. So that is 2 so far. Let's see if we can get it this time.
This orientation will adapt you to eyelids. Our interactive, lucid, and
it really doesn't want to be nice right now.
Service accepted. Congratulations on falling asleep. Welcome to Somnasculpt. Your progress may be monitored by qualified specialists. This orientation will adapt you to eyelids.
There we go.
Interactive, lucid induction.
So that's 3
in which you retain full
failed launches.
and control.
So we have 4 different types of launches. I'm gonna explain how they work when we get to them. That was the first one, which we call jump launching. All our launches are going to be based on getting inside objects and then using them to launch us, because that's what objects do to you. So what we did there is we collected our first collectible, which was a chess piece. We will see 5 different kinds of collectibles. There are chess pieces, fire alarms, fire extinguishers, blueprints, and constellations. Every level has at least 1 of each, except 2. This level does not have a constellation, and a level further down the line won't have a blueprint. So in a moment, we're going to grab a cheese, resize the cheese, and use it to knock down a wall, hopefully jumping into it so it'll knock down the wall slightly faster than just walking into it. So here we're going to have our first fire extinguisher, fire alarm, and there's going to be a hit here with the end of level trigger. We don't want to end the level yet, so we jump on a ledge and get over to the first blueprint, and now we can end the level. And that is the first level, called Induction. Coming up, we have the level called Optical, which has like a start we'll see multiple times, where we spawn in a bedroom, but while the screen is dark, we can go backwards and sidestep to the right. So up until this point, we'll see it the same opening for most levels. So one of the really hard things in this run is actually, remembering the location of all these fire alarms and fire extinguishers, and secondly, hitting them without stopping. It is a lot harder than it actually looks. So now we're gonna vault up to a lamp here and jump up here. We skip doing the intended way of using a sign to get up, which is slower in this category. I'm gonna grab a fire extinguisher there, and coming up we'll see an example of the slogan of perception being reality. There's going to be a cube here, painted, and when we align the painting, we'll get an actual cube. This cube we're not only going to use here for this jump, but we're actually going to bring it along to do a small skip by skipping that block. This is called box jumping or jump resizing, where we go up, jump on it, and grab it and place it again before starting to fall. That'll make it larger underneath us. Now we're going to make a door physical, grab it, resize it, and then slide it into ourselves so it will become around 1,000 times larger, which will make us launch in what we call a warp launch. We just hit a checkpoint, by the way. The reason why it's called a warp launch is because it's the same method used to warping, or to do warps. So this is our first constellation. We have to align the stars to show an object, then we click it and wait for it to become physical. As soon as it's physical, it's collected. So now we're going to reset to checkpoint. And we are going to again make a box.
And I'm just popping in to give you a quick
Hold up here, grab it, and then do a jump resize to get up. Oh no. Let's try that again. To get up here. And we're gonna head over here, grab this chess piece, and do a jump launch up until this ventilation shaft, and grab a chess piece over here. So in a moment we are going to get to the final actual room of the level, which has a moon. So to make the moon seem like it's infinitely far away, we the moon's position changes according to our position.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce.
But we don't care too much about that. We just, want to grab it, take off the door to the end of the level, and we're going to grab a soda as well. Obviously, there's a soda on the moon. There's actually also cheese on the moon. We're going to jump launch up here to grab a blueprint, and then we're going to go back down, grab the last collectibles in the room while resizing the door like this. That's a bit large, but okay. So this hallway to the elevator, most levels are going to end with that. So coming up, we're going to have the same start as here, and then we're going straight into a constellation room. So this is a good time for 1 or 2 donations, if there are any.
All right. Yes, we have lots in that case. We got a $10 donation from Sam Wise, who says, "Good luck on your run, hippie. Glad me and the other Sams are here to cheer you on this morning as you do this neat run." Then we got a $5 donation from Anonymous with no comment, but they put their $5 towards the bonus game of Super Mario Maker 2 Blindfolded, which is coming up right after Tetris Effect. Let me do a quick refresh. We are currently at $767 out of 1,000 needed for that bonus game. So I believe we have some more bonus incentives in the works. So let's see if we can meet these ones nice and quick, and then I'll have to, I'll get on and add some more incentives once we can later. So yeah, thank you all for the donations. And
thanks so much for the donations. So here we're gonna skip grabbing a block by jumping on that pole, and then we're gonna grab a chess piece through that ventilation shaft, because there's no collision for grabbing there for some reason. We're going to bring this half cube to do a new type of launch, which is called a slide launch, where we unlock the physics of the object and push it into an object, or a wall, for example. And that will push it back into us, which will launch us. That should be good. This skips a bit of backtracking, and it also gives us a better vantage point to grab that chess piece than if we were doing it without that glitch. So in a moment, we're coming up to a room with a lot of cubes that slide, where we are going to grab a blueprint there. And if you click like that, oh no. Yeah, thank you, 1 pixel. But yeah, if you click the bottom one before you get on it, you can slide it up while standing on it. So as you might notice, cubes behave differently than we expect them to in this level. Or, well, dice. So here we're gonna grab this front, quickly resize it, and then we're gonna ready it for a warp launch to just skip jumping. Very, very small time save, with the added chance of accidentally warping. And that's the end of this level. So we're going into a level called Blackout next. It's going to have the same opening and directly into a constellation room where we reset the level and go from there. So again, there's time for 1 or 2 donations.
All right, awesome, thank you. Then we have exactly 2 more. For my queue, we have $10 from Andrew back, who says, here is 10 Josh Dosh to, oh wait, here's 10 ESA donate for Save the Children. Yeah, thank you, Andrew. And they put, annoyingly, I think just to annoy me a little bit, they put their donations to 2 different things. They put $9 to Super Mario Maker 2 Blindfolded, and then $1 to Dark Souls All Bosses Ending Choice to Link the Fire. So yeah, we have a ending choice bid war for Dark Souls happening. And it looks like, oh, I see. They put $1 towards it because now they're both even. Both options are at $248. And I don't know what we do if both are the same amount, so don't do that.
So obviously we need the Dark Lord version.
Yeah, okay, sure, we'll go with that one. I'm not certain, but okay.
Oh, it was more like donate for that.
Right, okay, sure. And then we also got $6 from Pendle Steven, who says, I like totals to end in 0. Let's see if this helps. And I believe it did, because we're at $50,220 right now. But if you look at the bottom of your screen, you'll see we have a little milestone going. It's ESA Summer 2020, the previous version of this event. During that, we raised $51,985, I think that says. It's pretty small for me. So if we could, obviously the goal for this event is to smash that and get our best online marathon total we can. So yeah, get your donations in and we'll see how high we can set the goal. So thanks a lot.
So what you just saw me do there were pushing this gas canister through 2 barriers that you aren't meant to be able to get objects through. We want to bring this along to do a warp launch in a bit. So you'll see me jump on slopes and stairs, because when we walk up or down slopes and stairs, we actually slow down a bit. But while we're in the air, we have our normal max speed. So it is slightly faster to jump. So here we're going to warp launch to avoid going through some of that darkness and going up some stairs. So over here we're going to grab a red lamp, which we're going to resize to do a warp launch with. We're going to bring it into a dark maze, which can be solved glitchlessly without the lamp, but we have to grab an object inside, and it's have to bring the lamp no matter what, but it's obviously easier to just launch up here and grab it. And a nice added bonus we have from actually getting this this warp is now we have this beautiful red light until we reset. So in a moment we are going to grab a blueprint in the dark through some storage shelves, and if we're lucky we can get it quickly. There it is. It was fairly fast actually. So now we're going to turn on this idea emergency generator, grab some beans, which we're gonna resize over here, and use to staircase over, and then resize again for a warp launch. Grab that chest piece, raise it to checkpoint, will be by the generator again. We need to turn it on to open these doors, and now we can finish the level. So that's the end of Blackout. Coming up, we'll have a level called Clone. And as you might have guessed, the main mechanic of this level is going to be cloning. For some reason, the first puzzle in this game, or in this level, actually doesn't involve cloning. Every other puzzle does, but not the first one. This level also has two quirks that are really nice for us. The first one is we can activate fire alarms from any distance, and the second one is we have 5 fire alarms in the level that we don't need to activate. We're not completely sure why. It seems like some of them are connected to other fire alarms, so you only have to activate one of them. We haven't looked too far into it yet, but I am planning to do some investigation into it soon. And in a moment we're gonna see the final type of launch, which is a Resize Launch.
Significant memory loss, both
And
quantitative and
we do that by resizing this object below us while jumping, and then grabbing the we grab the chest piece, resize that alarm like that, and now we are all of the really annoying room that nobody likes. So I've only seen 2 objects in the current version you can resize launch with, and they're both in clones. I imagine it's a result of the cloning mechanic that you can still do it with those. This is, by the way, one of the harder puzzles in the game. Most people are stuck here for ages. I was personally stuck here for 20 minutes in my casual playthrough, and the solution was just bad. It's you feel so dumb when you finally solve it. I'm gonna do a bit of parkour here to grab a chest piece up here, and then we're gonna make a nice little staircase with these signs, and grab that alarm, that extinguisher. And now we're going into a constellation room where we will reset out of to safe backtracking, and then we'll head to the exit. So again, there's time for a donation or 2.
Alright, in that case, I'd like to say that we just got a $15 donation from Green Archmage, who says, joining you in your donation for failed launches. So yeah, thank you for that. And they put their $15 towards the ending choice of the Dark Lord for Dark Souls. So there you go, it's perfect.
Too much.
We also then got a $169 donation from Dom, who just says, thanks for a great event. And thank you for that donation, because they put $150 of it towards the Super Mario Maker 2 blindfolded bonus game. If I give that a quick refresh, we're now at $917 out of 1,000 for that. So we may even meet that incentive this run. I'm gonna need to add some incentive quick. So yeah, thank you all for your donations.
Yeah, thank you so much. So yeah, this level is called Dollhouse. It is one of the most hated levels in the run from almost every runner. The problem in this level is we don't only resize objects, we go through those objects, and so we technically also resize ourselves. When we're smaller, we walk slower. So we don't want to be too small. But if we're too big, we either can't get out of the room, or obviously get through the door originally. So it can't be too big either. So it's about finding that perfect middle ground. And we'll see that now with this first building. If I meet any resistance on that door, I can go back out, but the second door here is for some reason slightly smaller, so I wouldn't be able to get out of that. That's a good resize. Go through this smaller door here. So in a moment we are going to come up to a Jenga tower, which will have a door on top of it and a fan next to it. We're going to resize the fan quickly in the doorway that we come from and use it to blow the Jenga tower towards us, so the door on top falls towards us, so we have to walk less. And you're not supposed to drop it like that. And I need to do it once more because I dropped it. And then we're going to blow it like that, and there we go. We're going to grab this window quickly, resize it, and go through it. Here we're going to grab a blueprint and a chess piece. There we go. And now we're going to come up to the bounty castle, which is like the bane of all new glitchless runners. Which we're going to... This isn't what we need to do in glitchless, but we have a blueprint we have to get up here. Now we have to do what they have to struggle with, which is getting this the correct size so we can actually vault onto it, but also get through the door. Now we have to grab it and place it by that exit.
Don't focus on that.
And in a moment we're coming up to two doors that portal to each other. We're gonna resize the smaller of the two because the other one fits with us going through. Now we're gonna grab the other one, resize that, place it out here, hopefully it's big enough. Yes. Then we're gonna grab that blueprint there, grab this last dollhouse, go through, and that's the end of Dollhouse. So in the next level, which is coming up, it's called Labyrinth, or commonly known as Lab. It starts with what we thought was an auto-scroller. 2 seconds. And it found out that like there's a lot of audio that starts in a moment. There's a lot of audio triggers. And when we get the last dialogue from the last audio trigger, we'll teleport. We found out that they don't go all the way to the ceiling, so we can actually parkour over them. It was a fairly recent discovery. And one of the biggest skips in glitchless. It's if I get both, they save up to like a bit over 20 seconds.
Impossible.
So we're gonna use that soda to jump up on that speaker there and just go over and hit the last trigger. We are going to do a lineup because we are gonna teleport. We have to hit an alarm. Our vertical angle of looking will stay the same. The horizontal will move so it hovers over an alarm. And when we click it, it opens a door behind us so that we need to go through. This is gonna happen a few times. And gonna happen 2 more times. That's bad. Messed up that lineup. There we go. So now we're done teleporting into the same room. We're gonna click this fire extinguisher, then click the alarm, teleport, and hopefully do a frame perfect trick. Obviously it's frame perfect because it's a picture frame and it was perfectly placed. So in a moment the level is going to become slightly wonky. I think I actually missed the fire alarm. It's gonna get slightly wonky. We're going to start falling, then we're going to grab 2 extinguishers, and then there's a door in here that when we click it, it's gonna fall, and hopefully it'll launch us, and hopefully we'll crawl in. There we go. And there we go. So we're going to do a bit more falling in a moment.
Of course, nothing is more challenging than the
So the
difficulty of
painting on the
choosing
side, most people try to line it up, and
fundamentally
I
altering
don't know why I jumped there,
perceptions in a way that enables
which will
you
make
to
them fall into this pit
live-fire
without them
scenarios with
noticing it.
solutions that could not be found otherwise.
So this level like really trips people off because it's just constant chaos. So in a moment we're coming on to another of the really hard puzzles where you have to look the opposite direction of where you want to go. You want to follow the exit sign. The way we look, first will have a dead end and the other will have a door opening. So it's, someone called it Schrodinger's hallway. So in a moment we're going to use this block to do a slide launch. That's one more, that's 4 I think. 5. 6. Oh, this is great. 7. There we go. You can get a vault up there, but it's kind of hard to get. So here we have a fake chess piece. We're gonna grab one through the door instead. Then we're gonna resize it so we can place it,
Every patient
use it to get up on this pipe,
that it is
bring it up with us, and now we can get that chess piece.
thereby
So we're gonna fall down here where behind us there's going to be a block that when we pick it up we're gonna teleport. But we have to pick up this blueprint first. When we teleport we're gonna go directly into a constellation room, so again it's a good time for a donation or two.
Alright, awesome. Then I would like to read a couple donations then. We have a $20 one from Slaven, who says, "Last bit of money I have for a few months, but I couldn't not donate to the charity. Well done to all previous runners, and good luck to the runners still to come." Thank you, Slaven, for the $20. It will mean a lot to the charity. Yeah, they put their $20 towards the Dark Lord donation bid war. Speaking of which, we got another $10 from Nova202, who said, "I've known Hippie for over a decade, and it's great to be able to support him, and a worthwhile charity. Keep up the good work." So yeah, thank you for that $10 as well. And they put 5 of those $10 towards the Dark Lord as well. So let me do another quick refresh. I think you saying that you wanted Dark Lord to win has done a lot for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, to Link the Fire is now at $267, while the Dark Lord is now at $288. So it's just edged out a little bit of a lead. Yeah, you may have influenced that single-handedly during this run. So yeah, thank you all for the donations. Keep them coming in, and we'll soon beat the ESA Summer 2020 milestone as well. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for the donations. So in a moment we're gonna teleport into a parking lot. This is actually a room with 4 walls. When we get close to the walls, the parallax effect will disappear. When it does that on all 4 walls, a building will spawn in the middle. On top of the building there's going to be a blueprint, and inside the building there's going to be an alarm clock that when we click the alarm clock, we will that is the end of level trigger. And that will lead us into what is basically the final real level of the game. So this is the building that we are actually inside. We're gonna grab the building. Let's do it like this. We need to, that should be good. Place it over there where we picked it up. I'm way too big. Did I just soft lock myself? Okay, we're gonna try that again. This is where I say that's never happened before.
Patients do not have access to this dream.
Oh, check that off on the bingo sheets, I guess.
Unrealistic use of dream objects may result in dream
That's
integrity.
better. So in here we're gonna grab a chess piece, and then we're going to immediately reset level. Go back, grab the building, make it really big, so we'll become small through it. I think this is good enough size, and then we're going to put it through its own door, creating a paradox that will collapse everything around us. And we can pick up that chest piece without having to walk through a door. It would take a lot of time that we might as well just use while everything is in auto-scroller mode. So I might start to do my thanks shout-outs here, even though I'm fair bit from the end of the run, but seeing as we're behind schedule and there's a bit of spare time here and the end of the run is really explanation heavy, I am going to do them here. So, first of all, thanks to ESA so much for having me. Like, it's an honor and kind of a dream to be here. Then, thanks to all the people who do work behind the scenes and the restreamers. It's amazing that you're putting in the time for this.
Hello. My name is
And I want to thank the community, the Superliminal community. It's a really great community.
I found myself in a place
And
where I
thanks to Pillow Castle Games, who've made this really amazing great game. Like, it's probably my favorite game by now. I have 600 hours in it. Yeah, if you ever feel like starting to speedrun a game, this is actually a really good start doing the glitchless run. Like, most of it is just movement. Most of the harder tricks don't really save a lot of time, so you can get pretty far with just the basics. So it's a really good start. So in a moment we're gonna go grab a blueprint, and when we grab that blueprint we are gonna reset the entire level. And you might wonder why we reset the entire level. That's because we're gonna grab the building, go through it again, then we're gonna place it out of bounds. And when you place something out of bounds is obviously really far away. It becomes really big, which makes us move faster. It also coincidentally puts us right next to the last collectibles we need. So what we can do is hopefully get the fast resize. We did. So now you think I'm too big to actually get through doors and such. Well, the devs were nice and implement that if you're too big when you put the door through the portal in the beginning room, it resets you to size 1. But it actually works for any portal. So now we're normal size again. That was the last chest piece, the last blueprint. We already grabbed the last 2 fire extinguishers and the last fire alarm. We're gonna go grab the last constellation here and reset to checkpoint. And then we're gonna skip the rest of the level. Good lineup, please. There we go. By the way, none of the puzzles here are RNG. Everything is just static, so you can memorize the solution to puzzles if you want. So we're gonna grab a chest piece here, resize it above us, which means it's time for a jump launch. We're gonna jump over this edge, and we're gonna fall for a bit over 20 seconds, and after that we'll hit the end of level plane that's here. And after the loading screen, we'll load in. We don't have to move, we just have to move our mouse and click an alarm, and that will be time. So our time is coming up soon. And time. And now to see how much I missed. Pretty sure I missed I'll miss one in Cubism as well. Oh, I didn't miss that one there. Okay, so I think I missed one. I can't remember how many launches I missed. I'm pretty sure my community will tell me. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Again, thanks a lot for having me, ESA.
No, thank you for the run. That was very mind-bending. Awesome. Thanks a lot as some dogs start barking outside. Well, coming up next then, we have Portal by Zoochable, and it's going to be all main categories. It's an hour's worth of Portal, so don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back.